What's going on YouTube? U.S. Army Inkaholic here. Back for another video. This one is mainly aimed at um, what to expect when coming into the Army and so forth. And yeah, all that. I'm gonna let you guys know a little bit about myself. I am 20, about to be 21. Um, Graduated from Benning. Went to AIT in Fort Jackson, and now I'm here at Fort Campbell. Um, just it's chill now. Well, it's chill now compared to what I'm used to or was used to. Um, I'm 5 hours from home. I love what I do. A lot of guys they're not sure yet or they hate what they do. My advice to anybody enlisting is excuse me. My advice to anybody, like I said, would be if you're on the border, think about it because you don't want to get locked into something for 4.5 years because it's not like a phone contract that you could just break and then just run away from. You'll go to jail and they'll get you and put your ass back, which you need to be. Um, so I just want to answer a couple questions. What it's like, starting with reception. Reception is is different for a lot of people. I mean, I grew up around strict discipline, so it wasn't really too hard for me to get in the flow of things. But I know some guys that it just broke them down, and oh my God, Drill Sergeant. It's not really that hard. Um, and then I was looking at some questions. Can you leave during reception? Can you quit? Why? You're already there. Just suck it up. You know what I'm saying? It's too easy. It's too easy, privates. And it's one of the best experiences that I've ever experienced. I can only speak for myself, but it's the best experience that I've ever experienced. It's made me more of a person and made me see a deeper side of who I am than anything else that I've ever done, through playing basketball, football at the college level, all that. And I love it. And I do something that not a lot of people get to do, and I don't I don't have to work as hard as everybody else. I work harder, but at the same time I don't. If that makes sense. You guys who are in will know what I'm talking about. I'm looking through the internet and I'm looking at some of these dumbass questions that people ask. Can I avoid getting yelled at? No. Especially like for me, being 6'8", I stuck out. So I mean, within 10 seconds of me being there, they knew who I was. Um, you expect to get yelled at. I mean, and expect to get smoked. Like do exercises for people that you don't even know, and that probably you end up like you might end up hating. Some people you end up love. You end up loving. I mean, it's all flow thing. Um, Drill sergeants are not mean. They're well, some of them are mean. Um, I can name a couple that were pretty mean. Other ones that are just kind of like, the hell is wrong with him? And then there's some that you'll never forget. Like I'll speak for mine. Like I said, I can only speak for myself. Drill Sergeant Carrington, Drill Sergeant Thompson, Drill Sergeant Pierre, and Drill Sergeant Gray uh, at Fort Benning, 146. I'll never forget those guys. They made a permanent touch with me. They taught me a lot of stuff that I could never have even possibly thought about doing, um, with just being a civilian. Taught me a lot about myself, especially uh, a lot of stuff. It's the videos. I don't want to go into it too much, but like I said, if you want, if you can hit me up, and I can tell you specifically. Um, what else? Drill sergeants are doing a job. Like everybody in the army has a job, and they do the job to like they do it to the best. Because if they don't, it's you like it could kill somebody, and it's sad to say, but we are soldiers, and we're professionals. Second, um, but we strive to do our best in what we do because we pride ourselves in being the best. So they're not allowed to hit you. Uh, So don't worry about them. I mean, they can cuss the hell out of you. I got cursed at a lot during my cycle. They can't hit you. I mean, they can play with you, but that's after they get to know you. And you can just be like, "Yo, Dressard, don't touch me. I'm not comfortable with that." But I mean, other than that, it's they're just trying to teach you. Um, it's just a game. It's just a mental game that they play. If you could just keep your head above that and learn the game, and not be targeted, then you're winning. Um, fitness levels. Fitness levels. I mean, I could only do like 15 push-ups when I came to basic training, and for I can't even remember what the minimum is, but for the army, the regular army, it's 42, and now I'm doing 60, 65 in 2 minutes. So, and my run was 18-minute 2 mile, and I played. Don't get me wrong, I played football in college. I played basketball in high school. Played football in high school. So I was not out of shape, but the army takes you from what's being considered you're in shape to being, bulky and huge and all sexy looking to being slim, trim, and ready to run. And you can see like a lot of finesse of the guys in the army, just finesse runners, slim, trim, lean muscle. Um, I would say do a lot of push-ups. If you got any questions on how to do a push-up, go find somebody who was in the military, because if they were in, then they should know how to do one. Or just go up to your local recruiting branch, and just be like, "Hey, Sergeant, whatever his name is, can you teach me how to do a push-up?" And he'll be more than willing to help you. Running, just run every day. Just keep running at it, and just keep at it, and you'll get it, and you'll be squared. Like the more physically fit you are, the easier basic training would be for you. For the athletes out there who want to enlist, it's hard, but it's not hard. If that makes sense, it's just like for football players, it's like 2 days. Basketball players, it's just like the first 2 weeks. Like when you've been out of shape, you sit on the couch with your girl, and you're like, "Oh, this sucks," right? So it's all good. Other than that, I mean, that'll get you in shape. I mean, you get smoked. Well, I know I can speak for, like I said it earlier, I can only speak for myself. 146, we got smoked every day in 4th platoon. There are times we go back, do PT, come back in the bay and do PT again. They get smoked again. And since my drill sergeants and I had the same MOS, and I got smoked just for standing outside. Like I just be standing outside looking around, drop. What? Drop. Push. Right? So it's whatever. I mean, you'll see it at the end. You won't see it going through it, but when your family sees you and you're just like, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so sexy," they be like, "Fucking right." So another question I seen is snacking allowed in basic training? No, and no, and no. You don't get shit in basic training because you're fucking private in training. You can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't have candy, you can't do anything. Like my advice to you is just stick by the books. It's just too easy if you stick by the books. Just watch what you say, around who you say, and go and do that. I mean, other than that, eating, week 1 through 3, I don't really remember because I kind of blocked it out. But I didn't get to eat much. Matter of fact, I didn't eat much at all. Like, I eat a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I barely ate. And you just got to deal with it. I mean, it's just one of the things that you got to go through with being it. You get 3 to 5, maybe 10 minutes max to eat. And then that's not if you're being yelled at right here and another sergeant right here and just yelling at you, boom, 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 boom. But it's whatever. Breakfast is your most important part of the day. You should eat up pretty heavily. Try to get in there first and try to stay out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, other than that, it's nothing really. Gas chamber, we did ours week 1 or 2. It's probably one of the most feared and most unpleasant for me. I loved it because I saw it on TV and I always wanted to do it. Like, oh man, that's so cool. CS gas is green gas, and it's not supposed to choke you. Well, it is supposed to choke you. It's not. It's not going to kill you. So a lot of guys, oh, I'm wondering if it's going to kill me. It's not going to kill you. It's just to see, make sure you've been gassed. You got to do it anyway, like, every year in the Army. Like, we're down to do it right before our next deployment. Um, you get smoked more. Um, Another question I saw was, if I can't shoot, will the Army teach me how to shoot? Duh. I mean, Army teaches you really how to do everything. Um, and that's white phase, so like 4 through 6 or 7. Um, and then you got blue phase, which is the best part. I mean, you chill. Um, just it's everything. You just see everything fall in line. You laugh at the new guys coming in. It's pretty funny, but you know that if you made it that far, you've earned it uh, to be to be part of the armed forces. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. My advice to those coming in. My advice would be to go to school first, if that's an option, and then come in, because you don't want to be a fuzzy, because it sucks. Speaking from experience, because you don't make shit. Um, Go to school, learn a language, end up doing a lot of stuff beforehand that would help you. Just go to your recruiter and be like, hey, what do I need? Because he should be able to tell you. If not, just go ask somebody else. Because, I mean, the Army is here to help you. I mean, the Army pimps you, so you should be pimping the Army back. And I mean that in a way like, you spend all your time on base, you work out, you do all that stuff, but you should go to school. And that's the main critical thing, is a lot of guys do not go to school because they want to go here and they want to go to the bar and go drink. You got to have some self-motivation to go to school. Like right now, I'm going to school. You know, I'm learning language. I'm learning Kurdish and Arabic. And hey, I'm gonna get paid for it. $30 at the PX, 150 a month later, 200, and then that stuff you can look down the line and be like, hey, when I was in the Army, I learned how to speak Arabic. Plus ladies love it too. So, um, what else? Make sure you're in good condition. Like I said, get your stuff all put together. Don't fake it. Don't lie, because it's gonna get exposed. A lot of guys that I went to basic with, oh, my back is good, and they saw it when we rappelled, and their back was starting messing up, or their feet or ankles. I mean, it's a lot of stress on the body, but if you're already broken up, then don't do it. Just wait, and then come in a little bit later when your body feels ready. That way you have the most success doing it. What else? My last bit of advice would be just to have fun. I mean, we work hard, like I said. I mean, there'll be times we pull 24-hour CQ. You do, you do a bunch of details and basic, bunch of bullshit, but it's worth it. Like when you go out, people just are like, thank you, and you start getting your patches. Like I don't have any up here, but like I said, I'm in sustainment, so it's part of the 82nd or the 101. And you go back and forth with 82nd. It's a brotherhood, and it's earned. It's not given. It's definitely not given, especially since the Army's downsizing. You have to want to be a soldier. You have to want to be. You have to want it, like more than anything. Like I live, sleep, and breathe my job. I love what I do. I hate being away from my family, but like I said, Chicago's only like 5 hours away, so I can go home, just fill out pass and go home. So I love that. My family's coming to visit me. They visit me pretty regularly, and then I have Skype, so it's like I never really left. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty much easy. I mean, after 4, it's 9 to 5. Well, mine's 9:30, 10 o'clock to 5, 10 to 4, depending on what First Sergeant wants us to do. And that's it. I mean, we go and do what we need to do. We go out, we go bowl, we go play ball, we go do what we need to do and just have fun. Paychecks are good. You get to eat for free. As you can see, my barracks behind me is pretty nice. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm living the life right now. I'm 20 years old, and I got the best job anybody can have. I love my country, and I love my job. So, like I said, that's a little bit about me and about what I do and about Army life.